This is Michael Gerace with Michelangelo's Plumbing. It is May 11th, 2018. We're performing a video sewer inspection through the 4-inch ABS plastic mainline cleanout that the homeowner just had their plumber install, and we're going to run to the city sewer. We just had the sewer line hydro-jetted, and we did not want to be too aggressive. Sorry, we have a large truck going by. We did not want to be too aggressive in cleaning the cast iron because it is older cast iron, and we were afraid if we try to scour the cast iron, we could blow holes through this. The cast iron down to this point by the clean out is fairly new. It's probably about 20 years old. But the cast iron that is down underneath the sidewalk area and down toward the curb from this point from the ABS plastic mainline clean out is an older line. So we're going to begin running out. We are at 850 Birchwood Drive, Los Angeles, California, 90024. So we're going to begin running our camera, and we'll take a look at the cast iron line and also the vitreous clay line, the 6-inch vitreous clay going out toward the city sewer. We're just wiping off our camera lens, and we have our ABS plastic mainline cleanout. We're going down into, and they connected to the cast iron line right here. We're going to zero out our pull it back a little bit, Glenn, and we're going to zero out our counter right there. Zero it out for me, and then put our we're zeroed out, and put on our counter now, if you would.
Good.
No counter. Okay, we have the counter on now on our monitor. We're going to run down into the line, and we got our cast iron. We got some buildup. We've just blown out of the cast iron, and that'll wash through. As I said, we didn't want to be too aggressive with the cast iron. You can see it just has a lot of knots in it, a whole lot of buildup and corrosion, a lot of ripples in it, because it is an older cast iron. It'd be easier for us to see on the way back. See a big old hump right there, big old knots, just the buildup, the corrosion. We had roots in it we couldn't even pass in the beginning. Then we're going to transition here in a moment to vitreous clay. We had some roots in the vitreous clay, but the cast iron is just really worn out, probably at the end of its life expectancy. Then we transition to vitreous clay. We're going down into the vitreous clay. It's kind of hard to see right now. We're going to have to rinse that camera lens off because we have so much debris down in there. So we're just going to run our camera out to the city sewer right now and rinse the camera off, and then we'll pull back. We had a couple spots that we had to really get aggressive to get rid of the roots, and we didn't want to overdo that as well and end up blowing out joints. So there may be a little tiny bit of roots left. Now we got a good clear picture. You can see the water running through the city sewer, and we're going to begin pulling back slowly. We're going to begin pulling back slowly. See some roots in that transition joint right there. That's at the city sewer saddle area, and we got a little crack at the top area around that joint at the top. Now we're going to pull back into that joint. Looks to be in fair condition. Got a little tiny bit of a crack in the back end as well. Now we're pulling back, and we have a crack right here as well. You can see the crack all the way around the 6-inch vitreous clay right here from the bottom down at the 6 o'clock area, going up toward the 1 o'clock area, and probably all the way around from what we could see. So we've got a crack in that joint going all the way. It's not in the joint, in the piping itself. It's back behind the joint. So we're pulling back some more. We're going to go slow. Minor offset in that joint, not major. No breaks in that joint that we can see. We're coming back. pull back, and that joint appears to be in pretty fair condition. That joint appears to be in pretty fair condition right there. So it's mostly the joints that are very close to that joint appears to be in fair condition. It's hard to see. It looks like we may have a crack up toward the 3 o'clock area to the 1 o'clock, but nothing major. That joint appears to be in good condition. Pulling back, that joint appears to be root intrusion at the top. Can't see exactly. It's a pretty good sized root at the top, but it's not really broken or really not cracked to a point where that has to be replaced. This lateral, especially with the cracks and the root intrusions toward the city sewer saddle, this could be lined with a CIPP, cured in place piping sewer liner. From the property line to the city sewer, we could install a cured in place piping. And this is at the 4 to 6 inch transition from what I can see right here. This is the cast iron. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop right now and we're going to mark it out. So we're going to pause for a moment. Back on. Okay, we've marked this area out, and what depth?
5'3".
We've got a depth of 5'3" right where our cast iron ends right here, and you begin with the 6-inch vitreous clay transition. So now we're going to pull back the cast iron, and you can see it a whole lot better now. I mean, it's just got ruts in it, and it's almost oval in some spots. It's not round anymore, because it's just really scour this and blast through this. You're going to end up putting a lot of holes through this line, because this is an older cast iron line, and you can see those big old humps and ruts. It would be better to pull a trenchless ABS plastic line from the mainline cleanout that was just installed to the sidewalk and then shoot a liner inside the vitreous clay. We're going to pull back. We're coming back through our cast iron. You can see not a lot of opening in there, just really built up and a lot of debris. Now we're coming back out of our ABS plastic mainline cleanout, and that will conclude our video sewer inspection. Okay, good.